It's wet, it's windy, but thanks for your company on another Journeyman's Tales. Just coming up to £7:30, first evening, £18.10 on the new crab wafter. Thrilled to get off the mark. All right. Fantastic. Right. Let's get her back and get the rods back out, really. Well, I was going to start off with the usual good morning, but as you can see, it's not a particularly good morning out there. It's tipping down with rain now, and the mud is turning into the Somme, and I'm zipped up in the bivvy, not been able to do a lot of filming really. I did start off while it was a little bit dry first thing this morning with a bream. That again was on the monster crab wafter, same as the carp came yesterday evening. That unfortunately had to be filmed in the rain again, so I apologise if the footage isn't particularly brilliant, because that was done on a slightly damp phone. I haven't been able to get the proper camera gear out yet to do anything, and there was so much I wanted to do. Hopefully it might brighten up this afternoon where I can do a bit, but I mean, I wanted to talk about the hooks I was using at Bramble Mere and give you my impressions on those. I wanted to give you a quick update on the RidgeMonkey bait boat, but we are where we are, zipped in a very dark, nasty bivvy at the moment, but it is due to break this afternoon, and as soon as I can get out, I'll do a bit of decent filming for you, I hope. In the meantime, we sit here with our fingers crossed. So, the update on the RidgeMonkey bait boat. Unfortunately, the battery compartments don't appear to be waterproof. Now, that's not saying that they're shipping a lot of water, but it's something to bear in mind when you're packing away at the end of the day, to make sure you wipe it out, because if you leave any amount of water in there, you could end up with causing problems with the electronics down the line. Well, I thought I'd give you a mid-morning update. It's about 11:30 and it's still tipping down with rain. It's almost horizontal because of the wind. It did go calm in the night, the moon came out. There was a few stars about, and yeah, it was almost flat calm at one point, but the winds picked up again, the rain started again, and I say it's almost horizontal. But I did get out and I wanted to redo the middle rod, change it from a pop-up and put a crab wafter on it, which is what the two fish have come to. And when I brought it in, there was no lead on it, so whether that had been done in the night or whether it had come off in the boat, I have no idea. Anyway, did that, so I thought I'd better check on the right hand rod, but that was fine. But I've changed that over and put a crab pop-up on that. It is supposed to be brightening up a little bit this afternoon, get a bit of a respite so I can get out and stretch my legs and maybe actually get the camera out. In the meantime, it's coffee and biscuits. Well, it's coming up to 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. I've moved the right hand rod slightly over to the right and a bit shorter, dropped it out with the boat with some old boilies as opposed to chops. I've just seen something stick its head out, not particularly big fish, but that's the first sign of anything I've seen so far. So I've dropped a bait fairly close to it as far as I can see, and the rain is starting again basically as soon as I get the camera out, so it's back into hibernation for me. Anyway, let's hope maybe not, let's hope that provokes a response and gets us something before it really starts tipping down. It's due to start tipping down again later. But the window of no rain didn't really appear actually, but there we are. We'll see. So these are the monster crab wafters that I'm using on this trip for the first time. What I like about these wafters, they're made with cork dust, which means whilst nobody wants to go around eating cork dust, they are digestible as opposed to the wafters and pop-ups that are generally made with air balls. And that's fished on the rig I showed you at Bramble Mere. Actually, that's the trig long shank hook with the slip D and the monster wafter on it, which has caught both the carp and sadly the bring, but it's catching. And I said earlier on, I've changed the left and the middle rod over to this particular rig with the wafter on it, and the right hand rod is fishing with the monster crab pop-up on a withy rig. And as you can hear, it's still tipping down with rain. I bought this clear window panel for my Trakker Bivvy, and I have to say it makes a tremendous difference with the light. But can anybody tell me how you're supposed to roll up the cover panel and secure it in place whilst you've got the door in the letterbox position? There's nothing there to fix it. Well, unfortunately, as you can see, I am yet again filming from the inside of the bivvy because it is pouring down with rain this morning, and it poured down with rain all night. In fact, the wind picked up swiveled round a bit and was blowing directly in the bivvy, so I had to close the door completely, because even with a small letterbox it was still blowing the rain in. Anyway, I think we're due to have a bit of break in the weather in about an hour's time, so I'm going to slowly start packing away, hopefully put all the wet gear away in the dry anyway. But unfortunately it's been one of those trips we just couldn't really get out and about and do anything sensible, but as you keep telling me, keeping it real is a good thing, and it's certainly been kept real on this trip. Anyway, thanks for your company on this Journeyman's Tale, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers for now. Oh good grief, here we go again.